Okay, bitch. Okay. You got this. You could do this. Dear Heavenly Father, please let me get through this podcast. Thank you for being with me throughout this entire journey that I've been going through. This definitely wasn't in the cards, God, but I'm trusting in your way. I'm following your path, and thank you for covering me and guiding me through this. And please continue to guide me and to cover me and protect me, God. I will forever thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Welcome back to Pretty Scars Podcast. It's me again, Tatiana. This is going to be a very raw and real and just overall a crazy what the fuck episode. Thank you guys for the support. Please continue to watch and support. I'm definitely going to need it this episode. We're not really going to go off at anything in particular. This episode, I'm sorry, it's really hard to talk about this. I'm filming this episode not to bash anybody, just to tell my story, my journey, and just the shit. Like, this is a scar, pretty much. Like, I didn't call it Pretty Scars for no reason. Like, this is a scar that I'm going through, that I'm ready to rip the Band-Aid off and talk about it. It's something that I've been going through for almost 2 months now. It's probably been 2 months. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting through what I'm going through. I'm not fully 100% there, healed, and I don't expect to be anytime soon, but I am getting through it. So please be patient this episode because it's going to be really hard. So this is going to be, the topic this episode is going to be about betrayals. That's our scar this time. Big betrayal. Not only just from friendships, relationships. For those of y'all who don't know, I was in a relationship. I was in a relationship for 5 years. I told myself I was going to be able to at least say the sentence without crying. I was in a relationship for 5 years, okay? I met the man who I fell in love with. I thought was going to be my husband. He was my soulmate and my best friend. Sorry. I knew I was going to cry, so I was like, let me go ahead and bring tissue to this episode. I was in a relationship for 5 years with the man of my dreams. And when I say man of my dreams, like, literally swept me off my feet. It made me feel like a princess, like the most loved person on this planet Earth. Cherished every step that I took. And that's why it hurts so much to like talk about this. We are no longer together. And I wanted to talk about why we're not together. Well, I don't know. Like, we're not together. It's complicated, but we're not together for real. I just need to be real about that. So, about 2 months ago is when we really were like, fuck this shit. When I was like, fuck this shit, I'm done. And that's when shit started to crumble. It was when, yeah. So basically 2 months ago, I had found out that he cheated on me. Something just told me, like something literally just told me. And I called him about it. You know, I called him and I asked him, like, are you cheating on me? And it's crazy because I woke up that morning that I felt like that. I woke up and something told me, like, God told me, I don't know, but I said it out loud as soon as I woke up. I said, my relationship is over. Like, I woke up and felt that. I don't know what made me say that. I don't know why I woke up saying, thinking that, but it was for a reason. And later on that day, like, I called him. He was at work, I wasn't. And I was like, "Are you cheating on me?" And he was like, "No, like every fucking guy does." And I was like, "Don't lie to me. Like, are you cheating on me?" I just like have this feeling in my gut. And he was like, why would I cheat? Like, you have my location. We're always together. We do work and live together, but that doesn't mean shit to me. And finally he told me he cheated. What he didn't tell me for so long is who it was. He did tell me a story at first, and he made it sound like it was just somebody random that did it. And then that was 2 months ago that I found out. So at this point, I found out he cheated. I'm hysterical. Like, as soon as he admitted that he even did it, and I knew he was serious. Like, at first I was like, "Are you fucking kidding right now? Like, are you serious? Are you kidding?" Because this is something that we never really had issues with in our relationship. Me personally, I'm a very secure person. Like, I've never had to worry about that, and he made me feel secure on top of that. So, and he made me feel like I'm the only one. Like, it's just me. Like, we just had something that was just like, you don't do that type of shit. The shit that we had. So he finally told me. He was emotional. I'm on the phone crying. He's crying. And yeah, he tells me, we get off the phone, and that's it. I didn't want to hear shit from him in the moment. There was nothing to say. He told me everything, and then there was just like, okay, because he has to go back to work. So I'm going through that. And that's when I tell you, that's what I was going through when I called and told my ex-best friend what was going on with me and what I was going through. And when you are in a relationship with somebody for 5 years, a committed relationship, and everything's good, and like, you know, you think that you have the answers and that everything's together, and you find out that it wasn't and it's not, that's when it's like, fuck, it's a big slap in the face. It's not something that you're just like, okay, he could probably cheat. Like, it's something I would never think of in a million years, just because of how our relationship is. Like, just not even the relationship, like our bond and just everything that we talk about and stand for. And it was just very hurtful. The first few days, I did pack my shit, because obviously I'm just like, I'm done. Like, no, I'm not doing this, blah, blah, blah. So I packed my shit and I go to my mom's house, which is where I'm at, by the way. That's why y'all see a different setting, by the way. I forgot to tell y'all. Because I didn't really want to talk about this in my home. And he's not home. He probably is now, but I didn't want him to like hear it. And then his nephew was home, so I didn't want him to kind of hear everything. So I was like, let me just do this in a different setting. So yeah, so I packed my shit. I come to my mom's house. I was here for maybe a few days, maybe 5 days. And I loved being here. Like, it made me feel good, but it also made me feel like I was going backwards in a sense too. And I didn't know what I was going to do at first, because how he explained it, like, apparently it was just someone he didn't know and it just happened, blah, blah, blah. I did go back home. We kind of, we were talking. We've been talking throughout this whole thing. Like, we would talk on the phone every night. And he would just keep telling me over and over and just keep repeating himself, like, I'm sorry, like, I feel like shit, like, I hate myself, like, I hate my life, like, it's like, I pray to God for forgiveness, like, just all of that stuff. And I'm like, that's cool and all. Like, I feel great that he feels like shit, but it still doesn't excuse what he did. It doesn't make me feel any better. It's just, and I think the biggest thing I was trying to figure out is why, even though it doesn't matter, the biggest thing I was trying to figure out, why did you do it? What was it? Not one time did I ever think it was me. Never. And that's one thing, ladies, that we got to stop doing. When you get cheated on, stop thinking you're the reason. People who cheat, I'm not even going to say men. People are stupid. People, to me, who cheat, you're fucking stupid. You're stupid. You're scum. You don't deserve a relationship. Because if shit is that bad for you to cheat, you should be able to sit and talk to me. And it doesn't even have to be if shit is bad with our relationship. If you got something going on, because that's what I started to find out. Like, he has some shit going on personally. He's lost what he's going through in his life. I'm actually was thinking about having him come on an episode and talk about some stuff that he's going through, but he got some shit that he got to work out with his life that he just wasn't really communicate to me, I guess, as much as he should. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But even then, guys, or females, if you need help, or if you need something, if you're going through something, pray about it, get therapy, like just stuff like that, that I feel like our race specifically, we're not raised and grown up to get therapy, and we're not taught like, oh, go get therapy, it's okay, blah blah blah. Like, we're not taught that. Normally we're taught like, if you get therapy, something wrong with you, and that's not the case. Especially like men don't like to talk about feelings, so I think they do need therapy more than anything, to talk to a stranger, an outsider who doesn't know you or know shit about you, to judge. Yeah, don't ever think it's you, ladies. You're not the reason ever. Like, the man, he's like just stupid. And that's what I kept telling myself. And he kept saying, he's like, there's no reason. And even though I knew it wasn't me, I still had to ask. I'm like, is it something in the relationship that you wasn't getting? Because I'm like, I'm confused, genuinely. And I was like, if anything, I was the one, before I found out he cheated, the past few months, I started to feel very lonely in the relationship. And he did recently like get a promotion at work and all this stuff, so I was like kind of making excuses for him, like, okay, maybe he's just tired because he just got this promotion, and he doesn't want to talk right now because he's just tired from this job. And I'm just trying to be understanding, because I'm like, he's sacrificing this and that. And I'm like, no, you need to demand your time. It's okay to ask for it. It's okay to ask for, you know, someone to hear you out and be there. And he was just, towards like the past few months before I found out, he was very snappy. He just wasn't like him. He was very snappy. He wasn't in the mood to, you know, like the intimacy wasn't that great. Like, it wasn't really anything for real. Maybe like once or twice, if that. But it wasn't anything how it used to be. Um, that and I started to make this same excuse. Like, he did recently lose his mom. Rest in peace, Melinda. Love you. I love you to death. She recently passed early, I believe March. She passed. And I'm like, I don't know if that, maybe he's lost about that. Like, I don't know. It could be so many things, but I'm like, at the end of the day, it doesn't explain why he did what he did to me, you know? Because I'm like, me and him, we've gone through so much shit. Like, we felt lost separately, even being together, and we've gone through so much shit that I'm like, there's no way that this was the last resort, unless you're just clearly stupid and just wasn't thinking, just careless. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going through his head, but in that moment, like, I hated him. I'm like, you broke me, bro. And I told him that, like, he did break me in that moment. So yeah, I come home, I go back home. Yeah, so we're vibing, whatever. Everything's cool. I'm like, okay, this could maybe work out. I don't know. And oh yeah, another thing that I did before I came home, I made an agreement with him, or I made him agree this to me. I was like, I'm only coming home if you do these three things. We need to better our relationship with God, find a church home, go to church together, pray together, read the Bible together, and tap in together. That was another thing, and separately. And then another thing, I told him, you need to get therapy. We both do, separately. And then eventually we could do couples. But I think starting out, I was like, we need to do therapy. And that's one thing, looking back, that I wish that we would have done to begin with, is therapy in general, because I realized throughout the relationship, I have a lot of fucked up issues and tendencies that a lot of them I was able to get through by myself, but I wish I would have gone to therapy. And same for him. Like, I feel like he should have done therapy as well. I think we just never thought that resort. A lot of couples think that a lot of couples are like, how you're like, keep everyone out your business. That doesn't mean the therapy isn't an option. And we kind of like kept everything between us. Like, everything we went through together, only me and him, which is how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to call your family and let everybody in your business. But you don't also have all the answers. And we always thought we had all the answers. Like, if we're depressed, okay, do this. If you're not feeling this, then okay, let's just do this. Like, we thought we had all the answers, and we clearly didn't have all the answers. So I do wish that we did therapy, looking back at it. I do wish we had a better relationship together with God. It's different when you have relationships separately. I feel like I had a very deep, close relationship with God, but now it's on a way deeper level, way deeper level. And I wish I would have always just had that, not even throughout the relationship, but even for myself. And same with him. Like, I feel like I wish both of us would have done that separately and like just did it together. You definitely need God in your life, and you most certainly need it in your relationship. I don't see how people make it without God. So yeah, that's another thing. So those were the agreements for me to come back home. Boom. Which he started doing. Like he had his Bible, like he was reading the Bible every day. He started tapping in with God. He was doing his therapy every week, which he still is. We both do. I do my therapy every week because he does as well, which has been great and I love it. And then something happens. Something bad. I am asleep. I'm asleep the night before. So I wake up and he's just standing right in my face when I wake up. Not sleep in the other side of the bed. Like, he's standing on the edge of the bed, standing in my face. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, is everything okay? He's like, no, it's not okay. Nothing's okay. I'm like, okay, what's wrong? What is it? He's like, please just give me a second. Like, this is really hard to tell. Like, I could tell he was very nervous. And I'm in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is he about to tell me? He's like, because when this was happening, when I came home, we would keep talking about the situation more and more. And we just would stop because he would get frustrated or defensive. And that's just his personality. I'm just like, bro, I'm not dealing with this. Like, if you don't want to talk about it, it kind of made me kind of shut out for a second. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I don't want to deal with this because he's not willing to talk about it. And I'm like, I need my answers in order to move on, blah, blah, blah. So when he wakes me up, he's like, yeah, it's not okay. He's like, I remember I told you I'd always tell you the truth. And he's like, I'm really scared to tell you this. I'm like, what is it? He's like, the person I cheated on you with is blank. And the person was my friend, not the girl I did the podcast with. If y'all watched our podcast from before and I explained these two bitches, Anna and Banana, it was Banana. I'm so tempted to say her name, but I just don't know legally if I can say her name. So her name is Banana. If it wasn't for legal reasons, I would not give a fuck. So found out it was her. And in my head, when he was contemplating telling me this whole time, he's like, the person it is. Because he was just saying, I wasn't honest about who the person was that I cheated on you with. And the whole time I'm just thinking, I'm like, is he about to say it's her? Is he about to say it's her? And I'm like, just say it, just say it. He says her, and I'm just like, I felt like I could kind of breathe again, because the first story he told me, it didn't really make sense to me. It kind of sounded like bullshit. So I was like, okay, I know eventually he'll tell me. And I know him picking up the Bible and reading and just tapping it with God, I knew it would come out eventually, because you can't decide to tap in if you're not even going to be real about, what you got going on. Like, I knew that would bite. Like, I knew it would hit him, and I knew it would, like, I know he was probably shitting bricks for these past 2-3 months that this has happened. I know he was shitting bricks because he was acting so weird. Like, when you just know in your heart, like, you have that intuition, like we have a really good discernment. Like, I just knew. And yeah, he told me it was her. And I'm just like, really? And he just broke down. Like, he broke down. I know he felt like shit. I know he did. It was, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. So, found out it was her. My first thoughts, I'm just like, okay. Like, at this point, I had already known for 2 months he cheated. So I'm like, what more could you tell me to hurt me? And at this point, me and her weren't even friends when he told me, but it was still like a betrayal. We were friends at the time. Like, this was before she started like clocking what my man was doing at work. Because mind you, we all was working together. That's what makes it worse. No, it's worse that we were friends, but it's even worse that we worked together. Because after this happened, I'm just going to explain because I had a feeling that something was going on with him. And I'm going to tell you why. So at the job that I was at, I quit and went to another dealership to work at. I was gone for maybe about a week. Maybe not even a week, like maybe a few days. And came back to the dealership because it didn't work out, which is fine. So I left. The day that I left, I talked to him. Called him around like lunchtime, whatever. And I was like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And he was real weird on the... No, first he didn't answer. I was like, okay, whatever. He's just probably working. But yeah, he calls me back and he's like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just at work. I was like, I'm just checking on you. And he was being really weird and nervous. He's like, oh, nothing. Like, he's like, I just went to go pick up my lunch. I went and got pizza and then I came back. Which I'm like, okay. Didn't think nothing of it, but then I did because I'm like, you never go pick up your lunch. I always made sure he was fed. I'm like, he never went to pick up his lunch. If anything, he'd send somebody, or if somebody was getting something, he would just be like, oh, can you get this for me and I'll pay you back, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. Didn't think nothing of it. I'm just like, okay, maybe because I'm not there, he just decided to go get it. So boom. What happened? I came up there later that day. I can't remember why. I think it had to do something with my car. I think we either swapped cars, like I came in to swap our cars. It was something. It was a reason I came up there. When I came up there, I saw Anna. And I was like, hey. And I was like, how was work? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, good. She was like, how was work for you? I was like, it was good because it was my first day there. She was like, how was your first day? I was like, good. And what happened? I was like, y'all making sure my man eat, right? Like, just joking. And she was like, yeah. She was like, Banana actually went and got him, along with everybody else's food earlier. I said, what? What do you mean? I was like, he said he went and got his own food. He went to go get the pizza. Because I was like, oh, what did y'all have? And she was like, pizza. I said, but he just said that he went to go pick up pizza. And you see the little shit that us women pick up. Like, hold on. Didn't he just tell me? I asked my man again because I'm irritated because I'm like, why am I having to figure out who picked up a fucking pizza to get to the point of what I'm like? If something was weird and something was telling me that I need to press this issue about this fucking pizza. I don't know why. So I asked my man and I was like, look, I don't want no weird shit, like whatever, but I'm not trying to be that weird ass bitch because we never have issues where I have to question and nitpick this much. I'm like, but this was bothering me. Like, it was bothering me. So I'm like, hey, you told me earlier you went to go pick up your pizza, right? He's like, yeah, I did. And he was like, okay. I'm like, okay, so why is Anna telling me that Banana went to go pick up y'all food? And he was like, I don't know. I'm like, why would she say that? I went to go pick up my own food. And he was like, I was like, okay, did you see her there? And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. And he started to get a little frustrated, a little defensive, because that is his personality, but he's defensive. I honestly can't stand that about him. He's gotten a lot better with it, but I could tell something was wrong because he kept pressing it. Like, he kept getting mad. So I'm like, why are you getting mad? Because I'm like, you know the shit don't make sense. I'm the type of person, if something doesn't make sense to me, I'm going to press the issue, and it's going to bother me because I don't like feeling crazy or like something doesn't make sense and I'm not addressing it right and I'm just letting people get over on me. Like, that's just how I think. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. She's saying she went to go pick up the pizza. You saying you went to go pick up the pizza and neither one of y'all saw each other. I'm like, that don't make sense. And they went to the same pizza place at the same fucking time. So I'm like, y'all ain't making no fucking sense. Y'all are weird. So then later on, I called him about it again because it was really bothering me. I'm like, look, are you lying? Like, what is going on? Like, why aren't you telling me what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this doesn't make sense. She's telling me one thing. You're telling me another. Your stories don't add up. Like, what is it? And it's like, look, I'm trying to surprise you with something. You're going to fuck it up. Blah, blah, blah. Like, do you want me to tell you what it is now? Do you want me to tell you? Like, that's what he was telling me. Really making it seem like it was really a surprise going on. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, don't ruin the surprise, whatever the fuck it is. And I let it go. I stopped talking to him about it. And I'm like, look, at the end of the day, y'all stories wasn't making sense. It doesn't make sense. And I was like, if you're trying to surprise me with something, at least let y'all story add up. Like, y'all are not moving about the shit right. He's like, okay, I understand. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't even know if I can trust the bitch yet. Like, I'm still trying to get there. Like, I'm trying to be her friend first and blah, blah, blah. And he's trying to tell me to my face that I didn't like. That's what I didn't like. He's like, no, honestly, you can trust her. That's your real friend, blah, blah, blah. You have nothing to worry about. Craziest shit ever. I'm like, the fuck? So what happened? Something told me, I'm like, let me go ask Banana myself. I was like, look, earlier when you went to go pick up everybody lunch, did you see my man up there picking up his food or not? And she was like, no. She was like, I went to go pick up my own food. No, she was like, I went to go pick up his food and everybody else's food. And she was like, I sat in the car, and this is when I should have got it. Because I'm like, if you went and picked up everybody's food, why would you wait and sit in the car and eat your own fucking food while everybody else's is getting cold, bitch? That don't make sense. When people explain themselves too fucking much, that's how you know they're lying. It was like, yeah, I sat in my car and ate my pizza for 30 minutes for my lunch break and then came back. She was like, I didn't see him there. He blah, 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 da, da, da. And I'm just like, okay. She told me that over text. No, she told me that over the phone and texted me that. The next day, we went and got lunch. I'm sitting there again and I'm talking to her. I'm like, look, I don't think you would do this to me because it's plenty of, I'll tell you why. I was like, I don't think you would do this to me, but I need to ask, is there anything going on that I need to know about? Is there something you guys aren't telling me? Because honestly, y'all stories are not adding up. Like, I get it, the smallest things, right? I'm like, I get us off this fucking pizza, which is what's driving me fucking crazy that I'm going off of pizza, but it still doesn't make sense. He's telling me that he went to go pick up his own food. You're telling me you went to go get his food and everybody else's food, but you didn't see him not one time there and y'all went at the exact same time in different cars. That doesn't make sense to me. It's not adding up. And I was like, is something going on? Like, why isn't he telling? And I was like, look, he's trying to make it seem like it's a surprise. I'm like, if something is going on, like, I really appreciate if you would tell me. Like, I don't, like, I really don't play the games and the bullshit. Like, I just want to know. She told me again to my face, she was like, no, it's nothing. It's nothing going on. This is it. Like, you have nothing to worry about, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. So after that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm letting it go. I'm going to trust my man and I'm going to trust my friend. My man swears he's trying to surprise me with something. And I'm like, I don't want to ruin it. Because if he truly is, I don't want to be the one to ruin it because I couldn't trust them. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me trust it. That's me not being an insecure bitch because I've never had to have this issue. And I'm like, I only feel weird when shit don't make sense. It's the only time I feel weird. And that's when shit did not make sense. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just let it go. Found out that was the exact day that they cheated. The exact day. The exact fucking day. So when we're going to fast track to when I came back home, he woke me up, told me hysterically, blah, blah, blah. And y'all know exactly what the fuck I did. I called that bitch up. Because another part of the story, the night before, Shawty want to put on TikTok that she's pregnant. Okay, you're pregnant. I asked my man, I'm like, did you know she's pregnant?